We've all found ourselves in that familiar situation, haven't we? You spot that must-see concert, offer to buy the tickets, and figure, oh, my friend will pay me back later.
Right. Or dinner, someone else grabs the bill and you got that mental note.
Yeah.
Got to send them the money.
Exactly. And it starts simple, but pretty quickly those little informal debts, they can get surprisingly complicated and frankly, sometimes a bit awkward.
Yeah. Who owes what? And when did they actually pay?
Right. It's almost enough to make you wish you had some kind of, I don't know, digital helper just for that stuff. Well, today, that's exactly what we're doing a deep dive on, an app called the Money Lending Wizard.
Interesting name.
Yeah. Our mission is to, cut through the marketing, unwrap what it actually does, its core features, and really understand how it's trying to bring some clarity, some ease to that often messy world of money going back and forth between people.
Okay.
So what does it really offer you? And how might it change those everyday financial interactions?
Well, I think the first, and maybe the most crucial point to get straight right away, is what the Money Lending Wizard is not.
Okay.
This is absolutely not an app for getting formal bank loans. You're not using this to ask for credit from, traditional banks or lenders.
Right. So no mortgages or car loans here.
Exactly. If you're looking for that kind of thing, this isn't the place.
That's a really vital distinction to make up front. So if it's not like a bank, what is it then? It sounds like it's positioned more as a personal financial assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Is it fair to say it's kind of like your own private ledger for all those times you've lent cash or maybe when you owe someone money yourself?
Precisely. Think of it exactly like that. It's your digital scorekeeper, maybe, for peer-to-peer finances.
Okay.
It's purpose-built to manage money you've given out to others, and just as importantly, to keep track of what you owe. The whole idea is basically to put some structure around those informal agreements.
Bringing transparency without needing like a bank involved.
Exactly. Taking the guesswork and maybe the awkwardness out of those personal mini transactions.
Okay, so it's formalizing the informal. That makes a lot of sense for, avoiding those memory lapses or those slightly uncomfortable, hey, about that money conversations.
Right.
So how does it actually help you manage these things day to day? What are the practical features that make this work?
Well, at its core, it offers comprehensive debt and loan management. So that just means helping you monitor and keep track of both money coming into you from others and money going out from you to others, all within your personal network.
Okay, basic tracking.
Yeah, but what's kind of impressive is its versatility. The app is promoted for, a really wide range of uses. Everything from those small, informal peer-to-peer loans we were just talking about.
Like spotting someone for lunch?
Exactly. What some people might call microcredits in a personal sense. But it also scales up, supposedly, to managing payments for goods and services, maybe in a small business context, or for freelancers.
Oh, interesting. So it could be splitting a pizza or tracking a small invoice?
That seems to be the aim, yeah.
Yeah.
Covering that broad spectrum.
That wide applicability is definitely useful. But let's talk about the why behind some features. Like it has an integrated reminder system. Sounds simple, but just reminding someone. How does that really change the dynamic, especially with friends or family?
That's a really good question because it's actually more nuanced than just a nag. The system helps both sides, you and your debtors, keep track of upcoming payments.
Okay. Both sides.
Yes. And what's kind of clever there is that it shifts the burden of remembering away from, fallible human memory, maybe onto this neutral digital platform.
I see. Takes the personal element out of the reminder itself.
Exactly. And that subtle shift can, significantly reduce the emotional friction of lending money. It could potentially save friendships that might otherwise get strained over forgotten debts. It sort of professionalizes these little transactions without making them feel cold.
Yeah, like automating the accountability part.
Right. Building trust by automating the awkward bit.
I can definitely see the benefit there, removing that friction.
Now, you mentioned tracking multiple loans or debts. If you have a few things going on, I imagine it could get visually confusing really fast.
Yeah.
How does the app help you see the big picture without getting overwhelmed?
Yeah, that's where the visual financial analysis part comes in. Instead of just lists of numbers, which can be, a bit much,
Totally.
it uses charts and statistics. So you can quickly see, okay, here's the total amount owed to me, here's what's been paid back, here's what I still owe.
Like a dashboard.
Pretty much. It's crucial for avoiding that information overload and just getting a quick, clean understanding of where you stand financially within your peer group. It's an immediate snapshot.
Okay, visuals for the big picture. But what if you need the nitty-gritty? Like you need to zoom in on one specific payment or person, I guess that's where detailed payment history is essential.
Absolutely. For every single payment logged, you can view a really comprehensive history.
This means, ideally, disputes over when did you pay me or how much was it should basically disappear. Because every transaction has a detailed record right there in the app.
Like an audit trail for your IOUs.
Exactly that. Just clarity and peace of mind.
So it tracks everything meticulously. But what about actual control? Can you, as the user, manage these entries? Say someone tells you they paid you back. Can you mark that off? Or maybe dispute something if you think it's wrong?
That's a critical point. And yes, it gives you what they call payment status control. So you can approve or decline payments within the app's record-keeping system.
Okay, so you confirm it in the app.
Right. You're essentially confirming or disputing that entry in the ledger. You can also adjust receipts or payment details. It gives you direct oversight, making sure your records within the system are accurate.
Gotcha. But it's important to stress again, this isn't moving the actual money, right? It's managing the record of the money movement.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's your financial assistant, not your bank transfer app. A key distinction.
Definitely key. Now, given all this potentially sensitive financial info being tracked, even if it's just personal IOU security, there's got to be a major concern for anyone thinking about using an app like this. How does the money lending wizard handle security beyond just, a password?
That's an absolutely essential question. The app uses device-level biometric security.
Meaning
Meaning it relies on the security you already use for your phone, like your fingerprint or your Face ID.
Ah, okay, so it locks the app data behind that.
Exactly. It's a really important layer of defense, making sure only you can get into your personal lending and borrowing records stored in the app.
Good to know. And who's actually behind this app? Who built it?
The developer is a company called Roamrock App Studio.
Roamrock. Okay. Do they have a track record in this sort of thing?
It seems so. They actually have a pretty diverse portfolio, but it's relevant. Looking at their other apps, they have tools for money saving, loans and interest simulator, even a vacation planner.
Okay, so definitely in the realm of personal finance and organization utilities.
Yeah, that background suggests a focus on practical apps that help people manage their lives and money. Gives them a solid foundation in this kind of utility space.
Right. So we have an app with a lot of features, seems secure, from a studio with some relevant experience. But inevitably, the question arises with free downloads. How does it make money? Is it really free? Or are there catches?
It's always the fair question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, like a lot of free mobile apps, its monetization model uses pretty standard strategies. First off, it contains advertisements.
Okay, so expect ads.
Expect ads within the interface, yes. And second, it includes in-app purchases.
Right. For what kind of things usually?
Well, it could be for various upgrades.
Yeah.
Often there's an option to pay to remove those ads for a cleaner experience, or maybe unlocking certain premium features, things that go beyond the basic functionality or other kinds of value-added services.
So the core stuff is free to download and use, but there are ways to pay for an enhanced or ad-free version.
That seems to be the model, yes.
Okay, so let's just recap our deep dive here. The money lending wizard, it's definitely not a bank or a traditional lender.
Right.
Instead, it's really positioned as this powerful digital tool trying to bring structure, bring clarity to that often informal, sometimes messy world of lending and borrowing between individuals. It seems packed with features. We talked about the tracking, the reminders that aim to reduce that social friction.
The visual analysis, the detailed histories.
Right, and the security, the biometric stuff, all aimed at making those common personal money exchanges simpler and less awkward.
Yeah, it really tries to cover the bases for managing those personal financial interactions.
It makes you think, though, as our lives get more and more interconnected, digitally and financially, and these kinds of money interactions happen more often outside of banks. How might tools like this, these digital organizers, actually reshape not just our personal finance habits, but maybe even impact the dynamics of trust and accountability in our friendships or family relationships, maybe even some professional ones?
That's a fascinating question to end on. It really points to a potential shift in how we manage our personal economies and perhaps the relationships tied to them. Definitely something to think about.